Уважаеми колеги, продължаваме с презентациите, които са подкрепени от фирми, предвидени в следващите 2 часа. Да поканиме първият гост-лектор Анлис Роджер от Швейцария, от фирмата Octafarm, която ще представи новата алтернатива за субкутанно лечение на пациенти с първични имунни дефицити, Q препарата. Дали е на линия колегата, презентатор?
Good morning, can you hear me?
Hello, nice to see you.
Hello, good morning everyone. Nice to see you and sorry to not be with you. So my name is Annelise Roger. I am the International Product Manager for subcutaneous immunoglobulin at Octafarm. We are based in Switzerland, in Lachen, and I'm very happy to talk to you today about Q-Taquick, which is our brand new subcutaneous immunoglobulin product for patients with primary immune deficiency. Can you see my screen well?
So please, everything is perfect. We can see the presentation and we can hear you as well. Just please, if you can speak a little bit louder.
Okay, I will try. So what is Q-Taquick? Q-Taquick is our new 16.5 subcutaneous immunoglobulin product. It's like a gamma norm, and it is indicated for children, adolescent, and adult patients. It is indicated in primary immune deficiency syndrome, but also in some secondary immune deficiency conditions. So patients having chronic lymphocytic leukemia with hypogammaglobulinemia and recurrent bacterial infection, in whom prophylactic antibiotics have failed or are contraindicated, patients with multiple myeloma, with hypogammaglobulinemia and recurrent bacterial infection, and also people having allogenic stem cell transplantation before the treatment and after the transplantation. Q-Taquick will be available in Bulgaria in a 24 ml vial size, which is corresponding to 4 grams. Regarding the dosing of Q-Taquick, the dose is 0.4 to 0.8 gram per kilogram as a cumulative monthly dose that needs to be divided every week. If required, you can give a loading dose to the patient of 0.2 to 0.5 gram per kilogram. Q-Taquick is administered as every other subcutaneous immunoglobulin in the abdomen, in the thigh, upper arm, or in the lateral hip. And it's important to have the infusion site separated from 5 centimeters. And there is no limit in the number of infusion sites. Regarding the infusion rate, it's important to start slowly, and if the patient tolerates the product well, you can increase. So we recommend to start with 15 ml per hour per site, and you can increase to 25 ml per hour per site. Regarding the all sites combined, we recommend to start with 30 ml per hour all sites, and then if the patient tolerates the products well, you can go up to 80 milliliter per hour. Regarding the volume per site, for adult patients above 30 ml, we recommend to split the infusion sites, and for children, it's more 5 to 15 ml to have several sites. Q-Taquick is produced using the same manufacturing process as Octagam, which is our IVIG brand, and Octagam has a long history of a well-tolerated IVIG, and up to now, I think it's more than 30 years old. We have thousands of patients that have been treated with Octagam. We have demonstrated the efficacy and safety of Q-Taquick over 2 phase 3 clinical trials. These were the STGAM-01 clinical trial and the STGAM-04. STGAM-01 was a clinical trial that we ran in the US and also in Europe, including Bulgaria. And STGAM-04 was a clinical trial that we ran in Russia. Both of these, they were phase 3 clinical trial, prospective, open label, and single arm. In the SEGAM-01 clinical trial, we had 61 patients, including 23 pediatric patients and 38 adults. And in the SEGAM-04, we had 25 adult patients, and all had primary immune deficiency. The requirement to enter the trials were that the patient had intravenous immunoglobulin before. The duration of the SEGAM-01 trial was 64 weeks, so patients received 64 weekly infusion, and for the SEGAM-04, it was 32 weeks, therefore they received 32 weekly infusion. The endpoints were the adverse event, the antibiotic use, the infection, the infusion site reaction, and also the health-related quality of life. And this were measured over the 52-week period for the SEGAM-01 and 24-week period for the SEGAM-04. We had a 2 weeks period wash-in, wash-out for the SEGAM-01 and 8 weeks for the SEGAM-04. So regarding the tolerability of Quitaquick, it has been proven that Quitaquick is very well tolerated because in the SEGAM-01 trial, in 77% of the infusion, we didn't see any site reaction. And the site reaction that we saw were almost all mild and moderate, so more than 99%. And an interesting thing to see is that the incidence of site reactions decreased over the time. So 39% of the patients had infusion site reaction in the first week of the trial, and it decreased to 15% at the end of the trial. And that's why it's also recommended to start the infusion rate slowly, and then you can increase. Regarding serious systemic adverse events, we can see as well that Quitaquick is very well tolerated, as we observe absolutely no serious systemic adverse events in the 2 clinical trials. We had 0 systemic adverse drug reaction, and also no patient withdrawing from the clinical trials due to adverse events, actually. We have seen some systemic adverse reactions, but they were all mild and moderate, and they accounted for only 18% of the patients, which was 11 patients. And they were the classical ones, and as we can see, the systemic adverse reactions for subcutaneous immunoglobulin are way less than for intravenous immunoglobulins. Regarding the efficacy of the product, we observed 0 serious bacterial infection over the 2 clinical trials, and only infection we've seen, they were seen at a rate of 2.4 for the SEGAM-01 trial and 3.4 for the SEGAM-04 trial. In the SEGAM-01 trial, we had no hospitalization due to bacterial infection, and it is commonly known that immunoglobulin replacement therapy reduces the frequency of severe infection and also the use of antibiotics. So this chart actually is showing the limit for efficacy regarding the European Medicine Agency. So they consider a product effective if the rate of serious bacterial infection is below 1 per person year. And with Quitaquick in our 2 clinical trials, we have seen absolutely 0 serious bacterial infection during these 2 trials, and therefore we are way below the EMA limit. Quitaquick is also a high-quality product. This is a blood product, and we need to ensure high quality at every stage. So the screening of the donors and the plasma and the validated virus inactivation and removal steps during the manufacturing process ensure a high-quality margin against pathogen safety and pathogen transmission. Quitaquick is manufactured in order to preserve the integrity of the immunoglobulin G. And the IgG subclasses we see in our Quitaquick product are the same as in the healthy population. And as I said a few minutes ago, Quitaquick is produced using the same manufacturing process as Octagam, meaning that we use the same virus elimination technique. So it's a very safe product. If we have a look at the manufacturing process a bit more deeply, we can see that we remove all the residual coagulation factors using chromatography, and then we have these 3 validated removal and inactivation virus steps, going from the cold ethanol fractionation, and then the solvent detergent treatment, and then a pH4 treatment. Then we purify and adjust the protein concentration, and we standardize the solution with ultra and diafiltration. And we use maltose as a stabilizer to ensure that we keep a native status of the immunoglobulin G in terms of structure and function, and also we maintain a good osmolality of the product. QDAQuick is a subcutaneous treatment, and it is very flexible to fit around patient individual lifestyle. So QDAQuick can be stored at room temperature for up to 6 months, giving a lot of flexibility to patients. So if patients are not stocking too much product at home, actually they can store their product at room temperature without having the need to put it into the fridge. And this is a big difference compared to Gamma today. Also, QDAQuick has the same formulation as Octagam, so if your patient needs evolve around the time and then to change from IV to sub-Q, it's good to have the same formulation so that patient can easily transition from one to another. It's a subcutaneous treatment, so it can be also self-administered at home, and giving the control to patients regarding the treatment. It also removes the frequent need to travel to hospitals and infusion clinic to get the administration. And we have seen in the clinical trials that QDAQuick improves patient quality of life, and that only 2.63 days of school or work were missed per patient year. So this is a quite good result. The future development regarding QDAQuick, and they are currently off-label. We are currently doing a study called SCGAMO6. This is a study to monitor the safety and tolerability of QDAQuick administered at a modified dosing regimen in patients with PIDs. This is a phase 3 study, prospective, open-label, and non-control, where we investigate in multi-center. 3 cohorts. The patients in the study, we aim to have 65 patients, and from childhood to adulthood with PID. And the criteria to enter the study are that patients are stable at least for 3 months before screening on any subcutaneous immunoglobulin treatment. So I said we have 3 cohorts. So one is that patients receive an increased volume at each infusion site. The other is that patients receive increased infusion rates, and the other is the every other week infusion regimen. In the increased volume at each infusion site cohort, patient can increase gradually the volume per site every 4 weeks and up to 100 ml per site. In the second cohort with increased infusion rate, a patient can increase gradually every 4 weeks the rate up to 100 ml per hour per site. And in the every other week cohort, patient infuse only 1 time every 2 weeks, and the dose is used is 2 times the weekly dose. With this, we aim to improve our infusion parameters in our summary of product characteristics, and we hope that QDAQuick will be well tolerated in this new setting. The endpoints of the study are the IgG flu levels, the adverse events, the thrombolytic adverse events, and also the health-related quality of life. For your practice, we have developed several materials to help you in your daily practice. So we have a dose calculator to help you calculate the dose of QDAQuick needed for your patient according to the weight. And actually, this will be easy for you because it is the same as Gamma. For the patients, we have developed a patient diary so that they can write and write what kind of adverse event and of which dose, which batch they had in every infusion, and we also have a patient brochure. With that, I thank you very much for your attention, and I'm happy to take any questions.
Okay, Anne, thank you very much. For this very, nice presentation of this new product with very excellent background. It will be definitely a future option for our patients, and we hope that we will have this in the future to work with this very, amazing process of production and filtration and everything, which ensure the high quality of this subcutaneous immunoglobulin. So, do we have some questions, Joanne? If not, I hope that many people were able to join the presentation of your online platform. So, thank you very much, and stay safe, and hopefully see you next time in other circumstances.
Yes, stay safe. Thank you very much.
Thank you
Have a
very
good
much.
day.
Thank you. Have a nice day.